Got a nice stack for y'all today. Let's make it happen. All right. So here's one thing I want you to do. I want you to stop doing everything else but the work that you need to do. So, all too often, even in myself at times, people will just do anything they can rather than do the work that they actually need to do to bring in revenue, like cold outreach, creating content. It's such an easy trap to fall into. I think in most cases you can describe it as action faking, to where you're doing a certain task to make you feel like you're doing something, even though it's not actually moving you towards your goals. And this definitely ties into the importance of having high impact actions, right? The 80-20 rule, 20% of actions that are generating 80% of your revenue. But why is it so challenging for most people to actually just go out there and do what they need to? Well, it's change. That's one of the biggest pieces. If they go out there and they send the messages and they stay consistent, then they may actually reach success. What then? Or, nothing happens and they don't have anyone to blame it on. They don't have anything to blame it on, right? I find those to be the biggest reasons that stop me from actually going out there and doing the cold outreach that I need to do, creating the content that I need to create, and it is stopping so many people. It's something I see so often, especially, in one-on-one scenarios, to where people know what they need to do. They know what they need to be doing, but they aren't doing it. How are any of us supposed to create a successful business if we aren't doing the tasks that we need to do? So some of the key things that have actually helped me get past this personally is, the biggest one has to be time blocking, actually making a time slot for it every single day to make sure that it happens. Otherwise, I'm going to keep pushing it off as something that's more of a priority has come up, or I need to focus on my branding now, or I need to go change my LinkedIn profile, or I need to update my website, or I need to go update my calendar, I need to check on school. Everything else, rather than what you need to freaking be doing. I swear, if some of us could watch our days back, including myself at times, I'd have a good laugh. It's a little bit crazy on how often we delude ourselves and what we will try to do, kicking and screaming, to not actually do the work that needs to be done in front of us. So with that being said, talking back to the kind of energies around it, energies behind it, of why it's not happening. I know a big one for me was actually a fear of success, which is kind of crazy, because at the end of the day, it's change, right? Oh, I'm going to bring on new clients. Am I going to be able to handle this capacity? I have a repeatable, clear process that I know I can use to generate clients, but it's oh man, then I have to fulfill, then I have to deliver, and then it's too much. And then a lot of those conversations are actually happening in my subconscious. They're happening without me even realizing it. And they happen once, they get pushed down, and then, why don't I want to do cold outreach? Why don't I want to do the work that I need to do? It's not seeming as easy as I need to do it. So I'd actually challenge you to do a little bit of inner work around this. Now, I'm not saying you have to bust out, your journal, your pen and paper, which would help if you would, but we'll save that for another time. I want you to look back, what's the one task you need to be freaking doing? It's brought you clients in the past, it's brought you business, brought you revenue, and you just stop doing it. Is it cold outreach? Is it warm outreach? Is it joining a certain group to get referrals, right? Is it, what actions do you actually have to take to achieve that success? And why are you not doing it? And ask yourself that question first before you dive any deeper. Why am I not doing this? Oh, it sucks, it's boring, I don't like it, it's not fun. Well, in this life we get to pick our problems. We may be doing things that aren't fun. You know what's not fun? Going back to a corporate job. You know what's not fun? Not being able to pay the bills, being scarce. That's not fun at all. So we get to pick our problems. And the problems that we pick, they're a luxury for most. You know, they're going to be problems for us to pick until we can't pick them anymore, and we have new problems that are more pressing. So seriously, look at yourself. Ask yourself, why am I not doing this? What's stopping me? What am I afraid of? Is it fear of failure, fear of success, fear of change? Get to the root of it. What feels right to you? And then once you shed that, you're going to be able to move forward with effortless action. We're talking crazy easy. So with that being said, y'all got to do the work, especially when you don't want to. You can't keep putting it off. No one else is going to do it for you. You got to take responsibility. You got to make it happen. Hope you all have a great day. Talk to you soon.